Welcome to AFRICUNIA TV news updates, reaching you from the nation's commercial capital. I'm Deborah Ezeh. Now looking into the African scene in Mozambique, Cyclone Gomba, which hit Mozambique on Friday, left a trail of destruction in the province of Nampula and Zambezi. According to a provisional tool, Cyclone Gomba killed at least 11 people in the northern parts of the country and left a trail of destruction in the provinces. After it hit Mozambique on Friday, the cyclone left the city of Nampula with several streets impassable. The roads were cut off, the houses destroyed, and the agricultural fields on which the local food depends were rendered useless. And in Mali, a high-level Malian delegation arrived in the Mauritanian capital on Friday, a diplomatic source said, amid tensions over the disappearance of Mauritanian civilians in the border area. Malian envoys met Mauritanian authorities on Friday to cope rising tensions. Mauritania had accused Mali's army of recurring criminal acts after over 20 of its citizens went missing near the border. Consequently, Malian Foreign Minister Abdoulaye Deborah led the delegation who arrived in the capital to address the issue. At the end of the discussion, the minister said both parties agreed to set up a joint ad hoc fact-finding mission to shed light on the latest events held at Ezeh and to punish perpetrators of this heinous crime as severely as Malian law allows. And now we head to Nigeria, where government ministries in charge of power, the transmission company of Nigeria and Nigerian bulk electricity trading company, trade fresh blame with the distribution companies and the generational companies. Industries and homes across the country are hit by total darkness. This is despite the continuous tariff increase designed under the service-based tariff, which the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, admitted is being implemented. Meanwhile, there are indications that the liquidity crisis, which has trapped the sector from fresh investments, has increased to about 3.7 trillion naira. And statistics obtained from the Association of Power Generation Companies show that the average generation capacity stood at 481.80 megawatts for January. It was 4,457.22 in February and 3,687.67 currently. Of the generation, 4,263.70 was stranded in January, 4,370.39 in February, and 1,397.74 in the current. And still in the Nigerian scene, parents and undergraduates waited anxiously yesterday as leaders of the striking academic staff union universities, ASUU, met to review their one-month industrial action. They have repeatedly appealed to the university teachers to give peace a change, resume dialogue with the federal government, and return to classrooms. Rising from its two-day National Executive Council meeting at the University of Lagos, the union said though the decision to disrupt the academic calendar was painful, it had no choice as government had failed to fulfill or meet its demands. Still on the African scene, the repeatedly delayed talks between Chad's military-led government and armed rebel groups kicked off on Sunday in Doha. Chad peace negotiations started in Qatar, and these discussions are supposed to lead up to a national dialogue that should take place by October. If over 100 participants were present as the talk started, some of the 84 leaders from 44 rebel groups couldn't make it on time because of travel documents issues. This group had had for their assets to be returned and for amnesty ahead of the negotiation. And now we head to the foreign scene. Diplomatic efforts to end the war in Ukraine were stepped up on Monday, with Ukrainian and Russian negotiators set to talk again after both sides cited progress, even after Russia attacked a base near the Polish border and fighting raged elsewhere. A barrage of Russian missiles hit Ukraine's Yaroviv International Center for Peacekeeping and Security, a base just 15 miles from the Polish border that has previously hosted NATO military instructor, killing 35 people and wounding 134. And still on the foreign scene, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan plans to meet China's top diplomat Yang Jiechi in Rome and will stress the economic penalties Beijing will face if it helps Russia in its war in Ukraine. U.S. official Sullivan will warn of the isolation China could face globally if it continues to support Russia. One U.S. official said without providing details. Officials of the United States and other countries have sought to make clear to China in recent weeks that siding with Russia could carry consequences for trade flows. Development of new technologies could expose its secondary sanctions. And in Hong Kong, leader Carrie Lam said on Monday there were no current plans to further tighten strict social distancing measures as authorities battle to contain a deepening coronavirus outbreak which has submerged its health system and seen deaths soar. Lam said there was limited room to tighten further, with the global financial orb already having put in place the strictest measure since its COVID strategy began in 2020. Gathering of more than 2 people are banned, most venues are short, including schools, and masks are compulsory everywhere. Even when exercising outdoor, Hong Kong has reported more than 700,000 infections and about 4,000 deaths, most of them taking place in the past 3 weeks. And away from that scene, an emotional Yarmolenko scored for West Ham in his first game since war broke out in his native Ukraine as the Hammers secured a 2-1 win against Aston Villa at the London Stadium. There could not have been a more popular player to break the deadlock as far as the home fans were concerned, and Yarmolenko pointed to the skies before wiping away tears as he was mobbed by his teammates following a 70th minute spike. The 30-year-old admitted it's been tough focusing on football given what is happening in the country, but his goal served as a welcome morale booster for West Ham, with the afternoon threatening to be a damaging one following second-half injuries to Michael Antonio and Aaron Cresswell. And finally, Thomas Tuchel reaffirmed his commitment to Chelsea after his side's 1-0 win over Newcastle, and even offered to drive his players to Lille for Wednesday's Champions League tie. At the end of a dramatic week for the club, which saw owner Roman Abramovich censured by the UK government on Thursday and then struck off as the director by the Premier League on Saturday, Chelsea grabbed a last-gasp win over Newcastle, with Kai Havertz brilliantly converting in the 89th minute. And that's all from us on AFRICUNIA Television on News Update today. To stay connected and updated, follow all our social media platforms on Jointum, Pangram, Instagram, and Facebook respectively. Visit our website on www.africunia.tv. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, and leave a comment for us on the comment section. Once again, I'm Deborah Ezeh. Bye for now.